Hi all. Uh, I was getting rattling sound in my car, Alto, Maruti Suzuki Alto car of late, and I couldn't figure out what was the reason. I checked with a lot of service centers across Chennai, and everybody was telling different reasons. One was telling that it was because of the lower arm noise. One was telling that the suspension is gone. Other guy was telling that it is we need to give it to lathe, and we need to put a washer inside the underarm. And another showroom, they told we need to completely change the full set, like the front suspension rod, underarm, lower arm, everything, and they charge, and everybody told almost 10,000 to 15,000 bucks. I don't get what is the actual reason, because there is no single way answer for unique unanimous answer from everyone for a typical rattling noise which was coming from my car. So I was so doubtful. So what I did is, like, I just wanted to find it out myself. What was the problem? So what I did is, like, I just decided to change it myself, and what I did is just try to figure out one reason. What I found out is, like, the oil was leaking from the strut. So if you see, look at the suspension. The suspension has a strut and spring, and on the top you have the hub which holds the strut and the spring together. So everybody told, like, like, we need to change the hub, spring. The full set is easier to change, and it will cost 3,800 per suspension. So I don't want to spend so much of bucks. So what I decided is, like, why don't we try out with a strut alone, and replace the spring. Spring is, after all, iron rod, so we need not to change that. And the hub is also all made up of rubber and iron, so I don't think it also needs to be changed. So I thought of using the same old piece and the same spring, and use it unchanged alone in MGP, Maruti Genuine Spare Parts, and I try to do it myself. I'll explain now how to change it ourselves. And it was hardly half an hour to change it, and I did it myself. And obviously I saved some 3,000 bucks for 3,000 to 5,000 bucks for the labor cost. So the spares also, it was costing me only 1,500 per strut, and so it is 2 struts, it's 3,000, and that's it. So 3,000, I finished the job and my problem is solved. So I saved nearly 12,000 from the cost which all the service centers were telling about. So you can also go ahead and you do it by yourself. And I hope these service centers, like, I don't say they cheated, but that's they do the business. So we need to be careful. We need to find out for ourselves. We have to use our brain, use somewhat of knowledge, and try to find out what is the problem, and we have to come out with a solution ourselves. So we can do it ourselves, or buy it and give it to. I am going to explain how to remove the strut and replace with a new one. This is the wheel for Alto. This portion is the strut, this is the spring, and this is the cover, rubber cover, and this is the bolts, 2 bolts we have. So I removed it already. Before removing this, we need to first remove the wheel, then we need to remove the 2 nuts. After that, we need to come above, we need to remove these 2 nuts. So the strut, this is the suspension, front rod suspension, it will come down once we remove these 2 struts. And we remove these 2 nuts, this will get detached from the car. Now I am going to remove this. Okay, so if you look at here, This is the hub. This is the strut. This is a single piece rod. Okay, and before removing it, what we need to do is like, we need to be very careful that there is a nut over here on the top. We should not remove this at any cost. We should, because this coil is compressed and it has been bolted here to the strut. So once if this coil, remove this nut, this coil will expand and you will not be able to place this again back by yourself. So what we need to do is like, this is in the compressed state. It is compressed state. So we need to now hold this with a rod. This is the wire, metal wire, which we can use it to hold this under tightly. So what I am going to do is like, just a minute, I will place my cell phone. So what I am going to do is like, I will take one wire, and you can see this oil has been is coming out of the strut. So this needs to be replaced. It is gone. That's why I get a rattling sound whenever I go on rough road, off road, or roads which has gravels like this much small gravels. I get a rattling sound. So what I have to do is like, now we need to insert wire inside this, and we need to lock this. We need to lock this wire. Okay, use your cutting plier and lock it in 3 places. We need to lock this in 3 places. Cut the wire, extra wire, lock it. And lock this wire from cutting down. Turn it and lock it. Likewise, turn other side. Use another wire at equal distance. Now you see, now I have joined the wires like this, so that this spring will not expand. I have hold it with the tie rod. Okay, I have tied it. Okay, in 3 places in equal distance. Okay, here if you see, like, I have tied it. Okay, I have tied it. Now we can remove this nut. Okay, this nut. So after removing it, you see there is one. We have one washer. There is a washer. There is a nut. This is the first piece. We need to be very careful. This is the first one. Then we have a second piece. This is a hub, and we have another washer, and we have a small rubber washer, and we have another rubber washer. Then we have a plastic washer, and then we have this another piece. Then we have a rubber washer. So the spring can be reused. There's no wrong in it. We can reuse the spring If you see, this is the another enclosure for protecting mud from getting into this strut piston. So if you see, like, the oil has completely come out. Now I am going to replace this with a new one. Here first we need to insert the reverse way. First this should come out, pull it maximum, then put your spring here. Make sure it gets locked here. There is a groove here for this spring to get locked. Keep it there. Then reverse way, need to place all the things back. So we have this washer, we have a groove here to hold it. Then likewise we have a groove here, need to place it there back. Then we have to place this washer. What we need to do is, like, we need to apply grease here. It's not sufficient, so we can apply more grease. Now we need to clean the surface from mud or any dust. Apply fresh grease. You can even use a white grease or a black grease. Pass. This should be placed here. Okay. This should come above. Then we have a rubber washer. This one should come the outer edge of that. And bring the closer. If you see, this should come and get seated in the outer rim of this washer, metal washer. It should come and sit the outer rim. Place it like this. Then you need to place this safely. Okay. Okay. Then you need to place this one, then the upper one. Put your washer. In case what happens if the tie rod what you used gets snapped, then the spring will expand. So I'll give a solution for it. It's a very easy way. Underneath, okay, I place the spring underneath. Place some cloth here for that the paint will not come out. Then I am lowering the jockey. Once the jockey is lowered, with the weight of the car compressing the spring will get compressed. So you can see this tie rod getting loosened up. So once it gets loosed up, see, it became loose. Now I will tighten this rod. What I will do is, like, I will tighten this rod. Then I will be able to easily fit it. Free to ask me any clarifications or doubts. I'll be there to help you out. And after all, it's we can save some money and also, by the way, learn something to do it ourselves and in our free time. So I'll be coming out with more videos.